Today's tutorial is on flood susceptibility map in GIS using AHP techniques. A flood susceptibility map using GIS and AHP techniques is an advanced spatial model that identifies areas naturally prone to flooding by combining GIS mapping technology with the analytical hierarchy process mathematical framework. What is AHP process? AHP is the technique developed by Thomas L. Satie. Is a structured mathematical technique for organizing and analyzing complex decisions. It determines exactly how much importance each geographic map area, that is, the factors, gets, ensuring the final flood map is scientifically accurate rather than a guess. So let's start. For flood mapping, we need some factors that are used to extract the flood susceptibility map for the area. So here I have used 8 different factors. Firstly, I have downloaded the DEM image for my study area, and then I have extracted the 8 different factors according to my study area, and then I have reclassified it into 5 classes, where 1 denotes to low flood risk and 5 denotes to high flood risk areas. Remember, try to keep all the factors into same classes from 1 to 5, as I have kept all the classes from 1 to 5 range only. In our channel, there are tutorials on elevation, slope, rainfall, drainage density, LULC, and Topographic Wetness Index. You all also check the description box. I have shared the link for all the tutorials. So this is the methodology I have used for preparing the flood susceptibility map by using AHP techniques. In elevation, here rank 1 denotes to higher elevation, whereas the rank 5 denotes to lower elevation. This is the slope map, and for average rainfall, I have here used previous 5 years data for calculating the average rainfall of the area. I have downloaded the data from QGIS portal. Then I have calculated the average rainfall and used IDW interpolation for extracting the rainfall for the area. How to extract this drainage density, you can go through our previous videos. There we have a tutorial on drainage density, how to extract it. For distance from river, let us show you the steps to extract this. First of all, we need to open the study area shapefile. Then add the river shapefile that we have extract while doing drainage density. I will use that shapefile for extracting the distance from river. Then go to Spatial Analysis tool, distance, Euclidean distance. Set the input feature as river. Now set the output. Now we will go to environment, processing extent. As the river is not covering full study area, so we will here select the processing extent as same as layer study area and raster analysis mask as study area. Now OK. distance from river is extracted. The low value indicates to the nearest area to the river, whereas the high value indicates to the far area from the river. Now we will reclass into 5 classes. Now we will low values as rank 5, as it is more the near areas are more affected by flood, and the highest value as rank 1 that are not affected by flood. This is how the factor distance from river is extracted. Now for LULC, I have used supervised classification to extract the land use and land cover changes in my area. You can watch the full tutorial on LULC supervised classification in our channel. For soils texture, I have downloaded the data from FAO soil portal and extracted according to my area. And for the last factor, that is the Topographic Wetness Index, you can go through our channel. Here we have shown the tutorial how to calculate the TWI of any region. You can follow that tutorial. This is how I have calculated all the factors for flood susceptibility mapping. Now the last part. Now for flood susceptibility mapping, we will go to Spatial Analysis tool, Overlay, Weighted Overlay. Now here we have to add all the factors that we have extracted by clicking on the plus sign. Let's add the factors one by one. Now after adding all the factors, here there is a column percentage influence. We need a calculation. According to the methodology, we need to follow the calculation to get the percentage influence. These are the calculation we need to do to get the percentage influence. Now here we will use the AHP techniques by SATI to calculate this percentage influence. I will show you the calculation in the next part. Hope you like this video. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe.